You're in vision. Hello, Joe. Joe, hi, Joe.
Oh, hello. You know, yesterday I was doing that decoupage. I said I'd got that 3D glue gel all over the desk. I thought I got it off. Well, it turns out I definitely haven't, honestly. You should see the state of this desk. I'm going to get it in the net. I'm going to get it in the... They thought I couldn't hear you then. Of course I can hear. Hello. Welcome to... I was going to say welcome to Friday. It's not Friday. It's my Friday. It's fake Friday. It's Tuesday/Friday. It's going to be a great day. Do you know why? Because Leann is with us literally all day, interspersed with a little bit of Lizzie in the afternoon. But Leann, how are you? I'm so excited.
Oh, Joe, I am thrilled to be here with you today. I haven't seen you since, oh my word, beginning of December sometime. And so when they said to me, can you put some time in your diary to do some Crafters Companion TV, Leann? I said, yes, as long as it's on a day with Joe, because I haven't seen him. And
you're going to say the same to Ben tomorrow?
I am, no. No, Joe, you're my favourite.
That's what she said to Ben last week as well, don't you worry about that. No, it's a great show. Have you done the Craft Vault before? Is this your first one?
No, I did one with Ben.
Oh, it's like that, is it? Okay, anyway, let's crack on. Right, there's loads coming up in the... It's going to be one of those days today, guys. It is going to be one of those days. Should we dive in and have a little look at what's coming up on the show today? Leann Star By, which is absolutely awesome. It is this incredible collection of Spectrum Noir classics. You've got 24 pieces in here, which is awesome. Remember, they're dual-ended as well, so you're going to get the neutrals in here. And that gives you the brown grey, green grey, brown grey, blue grey, green grey and blue grey. All the different blue grey, green greys that you need to do all the different jobs that you'd want. You've then got in here, this is your tones. You're also going to get the basic. I love the basics, that lovely big bold pop of colour right there. And then you've got your earth tones as well. We're giving you the paper that you need in here with the correct tooth, which I'm sure Leann will explain to us in just a moment. And we're also giving you the carry case that you need as well to pop all of this bunch of loveliness into. It's a great deal. It should be £62.93. However, today £44. Platinum members in the UK though, $35.20. If you want to get your hands on it, $51.20 if you are a US Club Inspire Platinum member, which is pretty blooming awesome. I'm sure you'll agree. Loads of you chatting away already today. Eleanor from Pennsylvania is in. Sarah from Kentucky. No, Sarah from Australia is here. Melissa from what is going on? Melissa from Kentucky's here. It's when I work with Johnny. Honestly, every time I work with Johnny, all the wheels come off. Alison's here, Debbie's in. We've got another Rhiannon from Victoria in Australia, another Australian viewer. Turns out we're massive down under. Sally Bond as well says, I'm loving your top, Leann. And also, lots of you talking about the glue school that Leann did this morning as well. Keep chatting away to us, keep getting your questions in. There's lots of other stuff on the show, so what I'd say is pop yourself over to crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, click shop the show and have a look at all the awesome bits that are coming up. Now, we have got the awesome balloon alphabets on the show for you. Now, love these because they are very, very modern, I think, and they add, well, personalisation is awesome. If you want to put names onto your projects, absolutely you can. This is the alphabet here with 56 elements. So what you're getting is you're getting the dies and you're getting the stamps as well. If you have got pigment ink pads, you are going to absolutely love using these because when they've got that faux enamel technique on them, they look incredible. A really affordable price to get hold of them as well, £17 if you are here in the UK, $27 if you are across in the US as well, which is absolutely awesome value for money, so do grab those. Now we've got some creator cards on the show for you as well. These are awesome because they are interchangeable. So let me show you exactly what I mean by that. Let's look, for instance, here at the trellis one that I've got. So that die there that's cut that, which has cut that beautiful thinking of you, has also cut this here, which is Celebrate, but can you see it's done it on another angle? The actual middle sentiment of that is interchangeable. So you pop it out and you put the next sentiment in. The trellis one has got in there, thinking of you, celebrate and thank you as well. You're going to get that one, and then you're also going to get this lovely square one. It's going to have congratulations, enjoy your day is the sentiment that you can put in there, and also you're invited is the third sentiment that you're going to get in there as well. $34.50 or $46. What you're getting in essence is 6 creator cards for that. So, you know, thinking that creator cards are anywhere $14.99 to $24.99, it really is an awesome deal on those, and there's lots that you can do with them. Hopefully we'll see them across. Oh, something just fell over then. Hopefully we'll see them across the next couple of hours. Of course, it's a double. What would they call it? What was it the old cinemas called when you used to go?
A double bill.
Not a double bill, wasn't it? There was another name for it as well. We used to see 2 films back to back.
What's a double bill?
Oh, it was in the Rocky Horror Show. They call it something else.
Oh.
Double.
Leave that with me. I'll find out for you.
Double. Oh, well, ask Google. Googling. Let me take you and show you through the spiral pop-outs that we've got here. Now, these are awesome dies that make the inside. I thought you were going in your handbag to get your phone. Turns out, I'll just find out for you. Let me just do this first. So with the spirals, you can either use them once or you can put lots of them in here. So you've got the petal. It's a double feature. That's what we're calling it. At the double feature picture show. There we go. Then you've also got the heart here as well, which is absolutely brilliant. And then in here you've got that circular one as well. These are all about making the inside of your cards as fun as the outside, which is awesome. £33 or $38 if you want to get those. Right, now, my pick of the show, and I think they are absolutely definitely going to sell out, are these, and they are the Sharon Kallus Craft and Design Stencils. I think if you have got little boys' birthday cards to do, you want to make them some sort of like adventure-themed Sonic the Hedgehog style card, you're going to love this. Think about spritzing through them, inking through them, using it as a stencil, use them for home decor, upcycling furniture. There's so many things you can do. And then you've got this one here as well, which has got all your different tags on. Now, come on, you guys know that I am someone that loves a tag. So you've got both of them there for an absolutely giveaway price of £6.78 to get both of those. Now, also the other great thing with these, you can run them through your Gemini and emboss with them if you want to as well, and then stencil over that detail as well. So they are awesome for that price. We don't have anywhere near as many of those as we would like. Already, since we've gone live this morning, a quarter of the stock has gone on those. If you want them, get them in your basket and get them checked out because they are a giveaway price there. Right, let's just, I'll give you a heads up for some other stuff on the show. My favourite paper, well, I've got so many favourite paper pads, but my favourite plain coloured paper pads, let's say, are these ones. I think they are gorgeous. That warm tones is beautiful. You're going to get the sunflower, you're going to get the neutrals in here as well. $41.97 is your price on these. $33.58 as a platinum member in the UK. You're paying £11 per pad as a platinum member in the UK. We may as well go home, Leann. We're giving it away. May as well just go home now.
That is exceptional, Joe.
Exceptional value, isn't it?
Yes.
Absolutely awesome. They should be £20 each, those. Flower forming. We've got a great flower forming collection for you. It's a craft folk collection. You've got the doily in there. You've also got the lily there, I believe that is as well. And you've got the stamens and then 14 sheets of our flower forming foam. Great that we put the white in there for you so you can colour that up however you see fit, which is brilliant. We've also got some Nature's Garden. I tell you what, we got like normally craft folk, you know, a lot of clearance stuff, but some of this stuff on here, we've got amazing premium paper pads. We've got Nature's Garden collections on here for you as well. £22 to get your hands on 3 of the most popular items from the Nature's Garden Nativity collection. So make sure you grab those. And also, if you want some stamps, we've got some awesome stamps coming up for you on this show. These are designed to go with the sparklings. You can use them with that. You can also use them with a load of other stuff as well. $19.96 or $27.80. A great deal there on that. And also the stamping platforms. These together with the stamping mat. If any of you are having any kind of problems with your stamping, this is going to absolutely sort it out for you because you've got the 4x4 and the 6x6. And you've got the stamping mat as well, which is awesome. You're saving over 30% there on that, which I think is absolutely awesome. It's basically like you're getting the 4x4 stamping platform totally free of charge, which is brilliant. Right, we must come back to the classic markers. Leann, star by, very, very busy. Great colour selection in here. Remember, you're getting storage and you're getting all the paper that you need to work on these as well. What is it about the classics that you love so much, Leann? I know they have been around for a little while now, but they just seem to grow and grow and grow in popularity.
They really do. I think, Joe, I mean, classic is the marker that we started with way back 8 years ago, 9 years ago now. How long have I been with the business? 11 years. It could be 10 years, in fact. A long time since we first launched our alcohol marker. And they are what we've been renowned for, because you've got that fabulous colour system. But what you have got is proprietary ink, Japanese nibs, superior blend, beautiful dye-based ink in there, marvellously bright colours, and an easy application and use with those two different nibs. So if you are brand new to alcohol colouring, if you haven't yet dared have a go, this is absolutely where you would need to start, and it's where I would always advise. And you can be confident that when you get these markers home, they're going to work together and you're going to be able to get some really beautiful results. Even if you're gifting to somebody who maybe is crafting but hasn't started their colouring journey yet, and you've got a friend, now's the opportunity when it's such a good deal, and you know that you're going to be giving them a gift that is coveted and respected and renowned in the alcohol colouring arena.
I think sometimes that we think premium means hard to use, Leann. Do you get that? With a lot of products out there, of course, not just crafting, but absolutely everything we buy. If something is premium and high end, do you think that you need to be experienced in order to use it? Is it the same with these?
Absolutely, absolutely, Joe. Premium does not mean hard to use, and when it comes to Spectrum Art, it doesn't mean expensive either. What it means is afford the highest quality we can bring you at a very affordable price. And when it's discounted like it is on Craft Vault, that's absolutely the time to get them without a shadow of a doubt. One of the things that we hold true to our hearts in Spectrum Art when we're developing products is to give you the very best and highest quality that you would be paying 2 and 3 times for in other brands, but we give you it at a very affordable and accessible price with no compromise on quality or performance. That is one of the things that we hold very dear when we're developing products in the Spectrum Raw range.
Awesome. Well, lots of love for these already online, getting very, very busy for them. Melissa Horn Newby says, when I first found Crafter's Companion back in December 2019, it was these two that I watched every day through the lockdown. They got me hooked. I didn't even realise there was other people until Debbie and Craig started popping up. So it's lovely to have you with us. And Eleanor says, hello, Joe and Leann. I hope your day is going well. It is going very, very well indeed. Loads still to come in this show. Right, I can tell you're like a coiled spring over there, Leann, ready to burst into action.
Well, I hadn't even realised that we've got the fantastic stamping mat and the little stamping platform on the show, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to show you just quickly how that works before we actually get into the colouring, because these are fantastic. If you, as Joe said, if you've been having issues with stamping and getting a brilliant result, you absolutely need to grab this bundle. This very dense foam mat gives you the perfect surface to stamp on to get beautiful impressions. And then your little sprung corner stamping platforms, those 2 sizes that you get in there, are the perfect size for your different stamps. And then when you push this down into that dense foam onto the correct cardstock, you get beautiful, crisp, precise, accurate, no missing pieces, no blurring, no smudging, no shadowing of the line, nothing missing there at all, just a very lovely outline. And the foam mat and the stamping platform marriage does that for you.
Awesome.
So definitely, while they're on that brilliant price, grab those.
Yes, you can get those for £16 today as a Platinum member in the UK, so do grab those.
Now, I've got a mixture of classic markers from that bundle, and they're not all from the same package. I've mixed them together because you're getting them all, so we don't need to stay in that way. And I've stamped the mermaid from that lovely set of stamps that we had that were designed for sparklings, but as you can see, there's an open image on all of those sets as well. So you've got something beautiful to colour. And we're going to start and do her skin. Now, I am going to add in a blender pen, and this is just a blender pen from my stash. So if you don't have a blender pen at home, pop on the website and pick up a blender pen while you're doing it. We do sell them as individual items.
Awesome.
I'm going to start with AP1, which is an antique pink one, and it's a light colour. And we're going to start doing her flesh tone. Now, I'm colouring onto a piece of Nina cardstock, which is the cardstock you get in your bundle. You're absolutely right, Joe. You need the correct tooth for an alcohol marker to work, and you need the correct card. If it's almost as important as the alcohol ink itself, the correct card, because you need something which is smooth but not coated, and you need something with a very, very fine tooth, and you need something that is not porous, so it doesn't suck all of the ink out of your pen, like cotton wool and water is the best analogy I can give you. Capillary action. Because if you've got, this is watercolour card underneath here, which is just catching any excess for me. It's a blotter, and that's fine. But you would never colour on here.
I feel like a bit of one of those after Christmas, to be honest.
Me too, but it's got it in. And then what happens is it sucks the ink. You know, like when you touch your cotton wool to water and it sucks all the water up into it. The watercolour card would do the same with the ink out of your pen. You want to preserve that, and you don't want to be wasting it. So always use the correct cardstock. And honestly, that's why we tend to bundle it a lot of the time for you as well, because you get to understand what we mean by the experience you'll get using the correct card. Now, I've just gone into the areas where she's going to be in the most shade. So she's got some shade from her arm here, underneath her bikini top, down the side of her face, where her hair is, the bottoms of her arms, because the light's going to be hitting the top of her arms. And now that I've got my light in place and I've preserved my highlight, which is leaving some white area, go and watch all of our masterclasses on alcohol colouring. You'll see us talk about that. I'm now going in with my AP3. So I did AP1 first, which is Antique Pink 1, and now I'm going in with Antique Pink 3, which is in the same family, and I'm going into those areas where I put the lightest colour first, with just a touch of the dark colour. Now, you would be forgiven for thinking with alcohol colouring that you would never pick these colours up to do a skin tone, but what you'll see is the magic come to life when I put a little bit of the blender pen on there.
Okey-doke.
So she's just a little bit suntanned, and then I take my my lightest pen and I bring that dark colour out into the first layer of the light and also into my preserved highlight. I don't go all the way into my preserved highlight. I'm going to use my blender pen for that, Joe. So I'm just bringing that colour out a little bit, leaving some white areas. And then what I do is take my blender pen, and as I bring the blender pen over, what that does is smooth out and blend, and you get that lovely contrast between the three.
Yeah, it really does smooth it out. It's like me when I've taken a selfie and then I put a really good filter on it on Instagram before I post it. That's kind of what it's like, isn't it?
It's exactly what it's like. Honestly, when I'm putting my face on for coming on Crafters TV, often I think to myself, I could really do with a blender pen right now. I could really do with some soft diffusion around those edges.
You're not
alone.
alone.
That brings that together beautifully, doesn't it? And you've got that lovely sheen and shine on her skin. I'm then going to take some other colours from that collection, and you just tell me if I'm running out of time at any point.
No, I think you're good at the moment.
And I'm using here a vintage blue, and I'm bringing my vintage blue on the end of her fishtail here. I'm just going to do little bits. I'll do a little bit at a time. And this is where I love to show you how to blend between more than one colour. So on my mat, I'm scribbling a little bit of the vintage blue, the colour I've just put here for her tail. And then with my purple, which is DP3, I'm going to pick up that blue from the mat onto my nib and then bring that over the blue. And what that will do is start to give me a transition between.
Love that.
And then to fix that, so you don't have a line, you put your purple onto the mat, pick up with the blue, come back to that line.
Does it have a name, this technique?
Yes,
Leann?
this is just called palette blending.
Palette blending, okay.
And then what you do is you get that lovely differentiation between the colours. I can bring in my next lightest colour down here, which is Deep Purple 1. And I come into that line, bring that further down, and then I'm going to come into my Antique Pink.
And as you were saying earlier, Leann, you know, mentioning there are hours and hours and hours of alcohol colouring tutorials, of course, on our website, on the Crafts TV portion of our website. Just go search for Colour Me Happy over there, and you can watch back all of the Colour Me Happy shows. I think there is at least 2 or 3 on the classic marker range, so it'll be education specific to this very product for you.
Absolutely it will. So you can see there the fishtail gets a lovely ombre through blue, deep purple and into an antique pink there. So you've got, you know, all of the possibility to blend not just the same colours together with these alcohol inks, but different colours if that's what you would like to do. Let's have a look at her body. What colour should we do that? Should we do that in the blues? Actually, I'm going to pick a different colour of pens up. I'm going to bring the basics in. I want a nice...
I love these ones.
Honestly, I love them too. I want a nice flash of red in her scales on her body. So I'm going to come with a red.
I know you've got two ends here. You tend to use this bullet end the most,
yes.
Leann. What's the other? What would you use the other finer tip for?
The chisel for. So the bullet end I love for detail colouring as I'm doing now, and then the chisel end is really for large area fills. Okay. So if I need to cover a large area, if I want to do a background, or if I'm doing a sky, for example, or if I'm doing sand or grass or something like that, then I would use the chisel nib. So large area fill. Now what you can see here is I've taken a red pen from the Basics collection and I'm blending a true red colour, poppy, with an antique pink 3. And I'm getting a really lovely movement of colour between them, where it goes from the red to the salmon. So you don't have to stick to the colour families if you don't want to. You can absolutely start mixing your own blends and colour combinations and start, you know, working that out for yourself. So just be brave. It's only a little bit of card and a little bit of ink. Print some out, stamp some out, and then start to colour them and use some different combinations, as you can see there. And I'm not colouring this in it that it would end up on a card, because I'm showing you all the different ways you can put the combinations together. But I have got one already done that you'll be able to see. But again, I've got two from the Basic collection now. Again, I've got a purple and a blue, and I'm going to show you how you could blend a very different look on this side of the fishtail, again using some primary colours this time.
I think as well, you know, when we look at what we bring this to you, individually the 6 pieces should be $9.99 each, so it is an incredibly affordable way to get hold of a great collection of the classic markers. As I said, £44 if you're in the UK. It's a platinum of $35.20, which is awesome, because that is basically the cost of the storage and 2 of the boxes of pens. You're getting the extra 2 boxes of pens and then the paper in there as well. $64 across in the US becomes $51.20 as a platinum member, and it's at Leann's Star Buy. I feel like we need like a spin this wheel game show-esque kind of voiceover for that, or like a glinty sort of sound effect maybe. I don't know, we can work on that.
That would be good, like Star Buy. I don't know why did I do that in a USA accent. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. So I'm just using green and yellow here now. We're going to have some green and yellow hair, and of course this is not going to be beautiful for your card. She's got all of the psychedelics going on right now, but it does show you how you can pick markers up from each of these boxes. It gives you a nice broad spectrum and range of colours, and then allows you to really just practice and play and find some colour combinations of your own that you want to put together and that you like. And then after that, the possibilities are endless. And once you've done this, you are going to really love them, and you're going to be adding to your collection.
The thing is, when we, because I think of the advent of things like tri-blend and stuff like that, I think we presume we have to alcohol colour with the ascending colours of the same colour family, whereas you don't need to do that, do you? You can blend, you know, a red into a blue into a green and still get a great result, just as you've done there.
Absolutely, you can. You can really, and use your palette blending technique that I showed you to do that. You will get the best result. But what I've done now is take some die cuts, and I've die cut her out. And then we've got some, you know, some matting and layering. You don't need to see any of that. But when it's all done, she's being coloured using a range of colours from that collection that you have got there in that classic collection. And you can see the beautiful ombres in her fishtail and through her body, the skin tone exactly as I showed you. And then the ombre between purple and that antique blue in her hair. I mean, it's exquisite, Joe. And you can do that exactly with the collection that we've got here for Classique.
Absolutely. Grab them whilst we have them, whilst they're on such a great deal. Remember what you're getting in here. You're getting earth, you're getting basics, you're also getting tones, and you're getting the neutrals in there as well. So you get all of that. You're getting 2 lots of the Nina cardstock. So it means you've got 32 sheets of that cardstock in total, which is also awesome. And then you're getting the marker storage wallet as well, the 24-piece one. So all of the pens from here will store beautifully in that wallet for you. £44 or $64 becomes $35.20 or $51.20 as a platinum member. I don't remember a more affordable way of getting such a comprehensive bundle of our classic markers. Now, the stencils, I absolutely love these. Half the stock has gone. We're not even halfway into the show. If you want these, we don't have as many of these as we would like either, so I don't think we'll be far away from a situation where we'll have more of you with these in your basket than we actually have available of them. They are perfect for mixed media, spraying, sponging, art, card making, chalking, put texture paste through here. Use them as embossing folders if you want to. Think about spritzing and also pasting through them as well. How many of you got things like glitter paste that you want to pop through here? I think they are very... they're very, what's the word I'm looking for? They remind me of like Tetris and Sonic the Hedgehog. They're a bit sort of retro gaming almost, these ones just here. You don't just get those though for $6.78. I mean, you'd be lucky to get those ones alone for $6.78. You're also getting the tags as well. Now, I'm thinking, you know, when we can all travel again, how awesome a mini little travel scrapbook page is going to look with this as an inky background in the base of there, inked through. It's going to look absolutely awesome. There's going to be, again, loads that you can do with it. You can emboss with these as well. They're 6x6 in size, but I don't think we have enough to last. If you want them, they are going to go $6.78 or $10.18 if you want those. Right, next. I don't know how we've got... If you're a Club Inspired Platinum member, honestly, you're onto a winner here, because these should be £20, right? They're £20 each, these pads. We launched these, I think it was about 4 months ago now, and they've been incredibly popular ever since we've launched them. £41.97 or $52.89. They should be, you're looking at what should be £60 or $75. So you've got a great saving already. You're basically getting one free in essence. But as a platinum member, $33.58 or $41.91. You're basically paying £11.20 per pad as a platinum member in the UK. That is unheard of, because this is not paper stock, this is card stock. It's textured as well. It's 230 GSM. Now 230 GSM is brilliant because it means it's great all-rounder. You can die cut it, you can emboss it, you can construct with it, you can do pretty much anything you want with it. I love the fact that the neutrals are in there as well, because whilst they're not the most exciting colours, we all need those neutral tones for mattes and layers and to ground. I'm going to do the sunflower first, because I'm going to save my favourite one till last. The sunflower is awesome, a really lovely array of just, I think as we move into spring, you're going to find lots of uses for this. The other great thing about these as well is that because they do sort of ombre through as a colour, imagine doing mattes and layers, imagine doing 6 or 7 or 8 mattes and layers, and the matte and layer ombres through with the colour. It's going to look so, so classy. And do you know why this one? Do you know what this one reminds me of? These pads are not in any way endorsed by Louboutin shoes. What are they called? No, they're not called. What are they called? Why can't... Louboutin, that's it. But look at the sexy reds that you get in here. It reminds me of kinky boots. It's red, not burgundy, Charlie.
No.
Red. That's what you're getting in there. You are getting. It's double-sided as well, I should say, which is awesome. It's got a white core if you want to sand it back. As a platinum member, £11 is an awesome value. You can double order, you can multi-order on these if you want to. Lots of you are just amazing value for money, just over £33 as a platinum member in the UK. Definitely grab those. Now, the balloons. Now these are awesome because we bring you lots of alphabets, and do you know what? I think You can have, every crafter should have an alphabet in their stash, undoubtedly, but you can have more than one. We bring you lots of different styles of alphabet. We bring you the shadow alphabet, the left fold alphabet, the butterfly alphabet. They are all totally different to the balloon alphabet that we've got for you here, because it is an alphabet die with a stamp that goes with it, which I think is awesome, because it then means that you can start to stamp up the imagery. I love that you've got the little preserved highlight in the stamp as well, so it really does look like the light's bouncing off of it. If you've got pigment ink pads, you're going to absolutely adore using these, because with embossing powders they look incredible. There's a lot of different concepts you can do as well, where you use bits of string and tie them together. I think for £17, if you're going to treat yourself to something but you weren't going to break the bank, but you wanted something that you were going to use for ages, this is definitely it. You get an extra £3.40 off of that. You get an extra £5.40 off of that if you are $5.40 off that, sorry, if you are a Club Inspire Platinum member as well. Everyone, Leanne, should have, well, not just one alphabet really, should have a couple of different alphabets really in their stash, shouldn't they?
I always say that the stamps and the dies that you will use the most are the ones which are a sentiment or an alphabet, and actually even more than so an alphabet, because of personalisation and customisation. It's huge, isn't it, Joe? I mean, all of those little maker sites like Etsy and what have you, that's all about I bought a significant amount of Christmas presents from there this year because I wanted them personalising for the people I was sending them to, and it's huge. And if you're a maker who is selling, then a set of alphabet dies like this allows you to provide that service, and you can, because you have full angel policy with Crafters Companion product, which means you can make and sell for as much profit as you like, as many as you want, which is always a good message, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Now, there's a couple of ways you can use these, Joe, and I'm going to show you both very quickly, and then you can decide on your preference at home. You can stamp first and then die cut, or you can die cut then stamp. And it doesn't matter, both work, it is your preference and how you get the best result. I prefer to die cut then stamp with these because I think I can line it up better, but I know some of you might want to do it the opposite way. So I've got the letter D here, so we're going to send a card to Dad.
Awesome.
And I've got 2 of our quick dry inks. And the reason I've got 2 of our quick dry inks is I want to get that ombre between on the letters, where it's light on the bottom, dark on the top. You can do that straight onto your, oh, I've got pigment inks here. I need to grab quick dry. Can you bear with me, guys, while I just go and dry some quick dry inks? I'll be back with you in a second.
You're off?
I'm off. I'm coming back.
You're off.
I need
Sorry.
to get some different ink pads.
Do you know what? I was having a full-blown conversation with Johnny there, and I was totally ignoring you, Leanne. I'm so sorry. Angela says, good morning, Joe and Leanne. It's 3:20 in the morning here in California. That's it that way, Leanne. Over there. It's 3:20 in the morning here in the. That's it. That's the one in there. Got it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Wonderful. For being California, Leanne, I've learned so much from you, so thank you. Monica says, gosh, I never have seen anyone really use a blender pen to colour with. I haven't seen them use it for covering a mistake or out of the line. So quiet and subtle. Catherine says as well, love seeing the use of the blender stencil. I never quite knew how to use it or when to use. Sarah Brown in Australia says, Leanne, thank you for showing us how to blend. I've learned a lot from watching you. And Sally Bond says, how exciting. I have a CC parcel coming today. 20 more stops. Then it's me.
I now have the writing pads, which are my quick dry. They're the purple ones, and I'm going to do the ombre. So I'm going to take the lightest blue, and I've got ocean blue here. I don't know why, whenever I say that, I want to sing that song.
Ocean blue. Oh no. Oh, we're in a different, we've got two different songs then there. I'm thinking of Ocean Blue. Ocean Blue, what have you done for me? Which is a completely different song.
Yeah, I've never heard that one.
That's by Two Door Cinema Club.
Oh, I think that's too cool for me. I think.
So who were you singing?
I think it's too cool. I was singing Ocean Drive.
Oh, but it's called Ocean Blue.
I know, but it's just all right. Don't be so picky. It just reminds me, inspires me, Joe. I wasn't going accuracy. I was going inspiration, pet. And then I've done a little bit of the darker colour on the top there.
Not, I mean, when it comes to banter, accuracy is not our forte.
It really isn't. That's
when
very
it comes
true.
to colouring and crafting, oh yeah, accurate is what we're known for here at Crafters TV. But yeah, when it comes to just general chit chat and stating popular culture facts as well, we're not known for our accuracy. You can go to crafterstvfactchecker.com after the show just to check back and see how we got on. I think we should do that. Can you imagine?
I think we should. I think that's hilarious. Can you imagine? That would be so funny. Right, so I've done my ombre on my letter D here, and then I'm just going to stamp that down. Okay, so that's the letter D, and you would do this twice, and you would do the letter A as well, but it'll just give you an example.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that lovely? How
So
you get
nice.
that colour. And you can decide you want more light, less dark, whatever it is, all in one go, and that's ready to cut out
Do you
now.
put them down in a certain order? Would you put the light one first, then the dark one down first?
Always.
Always,
yes,
okay.
Always. A good point, Joe. Always the lightest colour first and then the darkest colour, because you don't want to contaminate your light ink pad with your dark ink.
Awesome.
Then we're going to take the letter D. Now, this is why I prefer to die cut then stamp.
Right.
Because it is a little bit of the golden shot right now. So we're going to look at trying to get that letter D exactly over
I've got total faith in you, Leann.
what I've just stamped and hope that it's going to be perfect. But we don't really know, because obviously it's hidden under there, isn't it? So I'm moving it and trying my best. I think that's it. I've committed it there. And then we're going to put it through the Junior. You could use your little mini if you had your mini. It would just wind through there. These are brilliant, actually, these dies. Perfect size for using in your Gemini Mini, which actually back in stock on the website. So after it's been out of stock for ages, so if you wanted to, go and have a look there for that.
Angela says, this is my most used alphabet in my craft room. Panda Craft says she's not heard of the song or the group that I was mentioning, so
No,
that's
me
showbiz,
neither.
isn't it?
Thanks, Pandacraft. Right, so there we go. Now, I wasn't too bad with that. That isn't too far apart, too far away, is it? Actually, that would work fine by doing it in that way. So I haven't got too much of a white edge and I haven't got too much of the blue off. But if you don't feel comfortable getting that lined up as I did there, what you can do is what I've done here, which is die cut them out already. Now, I've just held this piece of cardstock to my stamping mat with a bit of tape, and then I've lightly sprayed with stick and spray adhesive onto this scrap piece of card, which just keeps that still. And what it means is that when I ink this up again, so I'm going to go light and then dark, exactly as we discussed. And the fact that you've got that fabulous foam base and you've got your see-through little stamp platform here, which we've got on the show, which are fantastic, and that is a fabulous price that you've got there.
People loving those. £20 to get both of them, 4x4, 6x6 and the mat. Awesome value.
So you see what I'm able to do here now is I'm going to get my head over, so if you see my roots, bear with a second. I've got my head over the top, and now I know that's where I want it to be. I've got it lined up brilliantly because I can see my die cut underneath and I can see my stamp's clear. The stamp plate is perfect for the positioning of that. So now when I go down and commit this, it's much more perfect than the one I tried to do where I did it stamped first and then cut the die cut out. Absolutely in the right place with the drop shadow in the right place. A little bit more of a drop shadow on this one. Doesn't matter, whichever way you prefer, it's your project at the end of the day, but I wanted to show you both of those ways for cutting and stamping your alphabet. And then of course when you've done that and you've done all of your letters and you've got all the beautiful little balloon strings in there as well, you just mat and lay yourself up a little card, and you can colour your strings with your quick dry if you want to, or whatever else you've got at home. And once you've done your matting and layering, you pop the whatever name or word or personalisation you've cut out. You've made something specific for somebody you're sending it to in the family.
Yeah, it looks absolutely brilliant, and I can't believe you're able to get them for £17 as well. I think it's a real giveaway price on those for you. And you've got a great saving of 30%, which is awesome. If you want to grab them, remember you're getting the A to Z in there. You're also getting those little strings in there as well. So you've got everything you need. You've got all of the dies and all of the stamps as well. Absolutely, you can use the dies without the stamps. You can use the stamps without the dies if you want to, but use them together and they work absolutely beautifully. £17 or $27 if you want to get your hands on those. Now, those stamping plates, really busy on those. In essence, what you're doing, we're going to give you the 4x4 totally free of charge really, when of course you go for the 6x6, which is, so 6x6 or 8x8? 6x6, which is that one just there, and then the stamping mat as well, and this gives you a bit of cushion and resist basically to stamp into. So it means you get that really lovely, clean, clear, crisp stamp every single time. I speak to a lot of people that struggled with stamping or were struggling with stamping and now get a great result thanks to that stamping mat. It is also out of stock a lot of the time, but it is there right now. Now, something you're going to see more of in the later show, because remember, it's a double feature picture show, this craft fault show. So this instalment now for you at 11 a.m. and then we'll be back again at 7 p.m. UK time, which is 2 p.m. East Coast time, or 11 a.m. Pacific time, with another instalment. So it will be the same lineup of products, totally different demonstrations. So make sure you come and join us again for both of the shows. What you're going to get in here is you're going to get, firstly, the foam itself. Now, the great thing about this is we're going to give you 7 of the foliage greens, and we're also giving you 7 sheets of the white. The white is fantastic because it means you can colour it up with your markers. You can use oil pastels on it. You can do whatever you want with it. It colours absolutely beautifully. You've got that in there. You've then got the stamens, and again, the stamens are white. This is brilliant. Dip these in your aqua tints or your sparkle tints, or your sparkle ink, sorry, and you'll get a really, really great result. They're porous, so they'll take on colour really well. Then what you have is the lily, which is my favourite flower, my mum's favourite flower as well, and also the doily border as well, the doily, traditional doily and border, which is a great grounding for your floral projects to go onto, or you could just cut some parchment and eat your cucumber sandwiches off of it if you want to, which I think is also a lovely thing to do. £29 or $41.50 if you want to get your hands on those. So a great saving there for you. We're going to go back to the interchangeable sentiments now. I want to share these with you. This is how they come packaged here. They are an absolutely ingenious product. Now, I don't know how the designers have done it, your team, Leann, but how often do you see interchangeable dies and they look like interchangeable dies? When it's been die cut, you can see that you got legs. Lots of things have legs, don't they? Whereas these, take a look here at this one, Special Day, for instance, you would never know that that was an interchangeable die, would you?
No, we have the best designers in the business. I say that regularly and I stand by it. We have the best people who are looking to try and make things look as professional as possible, as detailed as possible, but super, super easy to use, which these are. You're absolutely right. The mystery in these is the fact that you cannot see how that is being achieved. Yeah,
I mean, even down to what a genius idea to actually turn this one as well. So you have 2 sentiments, that way, and then you also have a sentiment the other way. So I mean, it gives you the illusion. And let's face it, creator cards, I mean, $14.99 to $24.99 as a rule is what you're going to be looking at. You're getting really 6 of them in here when you think about the 6 sentiments that you're getting. This one here is your interchangeable elegant frame, and within there you're going to get you're invited, congratulations, and enjoy your special day. The other one you're getting here is this one, and this is your trellis, and in the trellis you're going to get celebrate, thinking of you, and thank you as well. They are the 6 sentiments that you've got across the 2 die collections, and you've got a great saving on there as well, which is awesome. Now, very busy, loads of you still chatting away. Lots of people saying die cut and then stamp. A lot of people saying that that's the way they prefer to do it as well, Leann. Can someone call the missing persons hotline and report the last 40 minutes of this show missing, Leann? Because where has it gone?
It's flown.
It's 40 minutes past.
It feels like 15 or 20 minutes, doesn't it? I mean, it does. I find our shows go in a blink of an eye. Would you like to see how these work, Joe?
Oh, yes, please.
So when you open your packet, what you're going to get is several different dies, and I just want to take you through what they're going to do for you so that you can see how you're going to use them. So they come on a double-sided piece of acetate, and I'm just removing them so you can see them there. So you get a decorative frame, an outside frame, and then you get your sentiments, which are the interchangeable piece. I'm going to use congratulations, which comes there, And then your other two are on this side here. So you've got You're Invited and Enjoy Your Special Day. You could interchange them if you wanted to. So they're all in the packet for you on the opposite side. Now, what you're going to do is take a piece of cardstock, and you can then use your outside die to cut the perfect matte and layer piece if you want to. So that's the matte and layer piece, and your decorative element fits inside. So if you used both of those together, this is what you will get.
Awesome.
So you get your yellow, and I've got my interchangeable sentiment in there, but you can see that's the perfect size for matting and layering with that outside die. However, if you want to cut a decorative frame on a piece of card that you've cut yourself, once you've cut it, this is what you would get. So there's the piece of card and the die. I'm going to cut these and show you in a second. That is the result you would achieve. So you can see how I've cut the detail in there. So this is a cut-in die only. It doesn't cut out. You can cut that on any size piece of cardstock that will fit in your machine. So if you've got a Gemini machine and you want to put this interchangeable sentiment in the centre of an 8x8 card, you can put this in the centre of an 8x8 card because it does not have a cut on the outside there.
Awesome.
Your cut comes from putting the additional die in. So we're trying to give you maximum versatility and flexibility with these. And then, of course, you've also got your interchangeable congratulations piece, which you can see there would give you that effect.
Can you use the outside edge die on its own?
You can, absolutely. Just use the outside
Awesome.
edge die and you'll just cut lots of lovely squares at the right size that you want.
Awesome.
So it's just very, very usable and versatile. Now, I want to show you how easily these cut out so you can see that. So I'm going to do it on a piece of grey cardstock. I'm going to use my cut-in die, which I'm going to position there, and I'm going to put a little bit of repositionable tape just to keep it still.
Now, not only do we have another craft vault together today, Leanne, we also have an awesome launch party later, don't we?
We do.
Which is jam-packed. We've got brand new crafters inspiration for everyone, which is going to be exciting, and another chance to have a look at the Sarah Signature launch from yesterday, Caring Thoughts. So it's going to be jam-packed, and there's loads of other stuff on there too. I'm really looking forward to that, Leanne.
Me too. I think it's going to be a great show. That Caring Thoughts collection is exquisite. I really, really love it. It's got some really gorgeous, delicate little items in there, which actually will go across many different genres of craft, not just in the Caring Thought theme.
Absolutely.
They'll just become stash builders. Right, so what I've done is put the cut-in frame, and then I've also put the interchangeable sentiment in at the same time. If you want to cut out a frame like that, you can use them both together. If you don't, and you just want the decoration, you can use them separately. Choice is yours. I
Awesome.
want this, so that's what I'm doing. I've put them both in at the same time. And then I'm just going to stack up my plates.
Lots of people talking. Cheryl, who is our resident delivery driver. Cheryl delivers all around Niagara whilst having us in her ears, Leanna. She goes around. So I hope we haven't been making good for too much on your rounds today, Cheryl. So she got the interchangeable dies and she loves them. She must have typed that between deliveries, I'm guessing. Monica says as well, I love these dies. They look so classy every time I make a card and send them. The person receiving them is always so amazed. And Melissa Horn Newbie asks, what is the measurements on the outside frame? Good question. 5 by 5, I believe.
Yes, I believe so too. Let me
Yeah,
just
5
grab
by
a
5 on
ruler.
that one, and 5 by 5. 5 by 5 on both. 5 inches
sure
by
they
5
are.
inches, which in centimetres is 12.7 centimetres. I didn't work that out myself.
Right, okay, so I've run it through once, and then all I'm going to do is, look, I mean, honestly, Joe, I've picked that up.
That's
and
amazing.
Look at the detail you've got to measure. I'll give it a little flick. That is the quality. I mean, I haven't even had to get my pokey tool out. There is the beautiful detail in one pass through the machine.
Fabulous.
And you can put any one of those sentiments in there. Enjoy your day. You're invited. Congratulations. The choice is yours. And then all we need to do is just do some other clever cutting and assembling. So I'm going to talk you through the dies that I've used rather than do all the cutting, because I know you probably want to have a look at some other things. You don't need to see me do that in detail. So to build, oh, actually I do want to show you this bit though. Okay.
You're just having a lovely time, aren't you?
I'm just having a lovely time, and I'm saying I don't want to show you, but actually I do. So what I need for this card, I just want to show you. Can you see how you can see through it? So actually what we could do is cut the congratulations into the front of your card so that it overlays.
But just the congratulations element?
Just the congratulations. So I would just want to show you what I would do for that. I've got my matten layer there. I'd put my die underneath so I can see where it's going. Give it a little wiggle so I can see where I need it to be. So it's in the centre of my card. I'm happy with that. Keep that still. Use a little piece of repositionable tape because it's going to get covered over anyway. And actually I just stick it in the middle so it holds all the bits that are going to pop out. Then I open out the front of my double card. I think it's good for you to see this actually, isn't it?
Do you know what? You could go all the way through though if you wanted to, couldn't you?
You could, yeah. You
and
could.
make it almost like a tunnel card.
It's a thin metal die, so to go through both layers, you would probably need your metal shim.
Okay.
But yes, you could do a completely see-through card. Or you could just cut the die twice, just line it up again on the back piece if you wanted to.
Absolutely, I love that.
Yeah, entirely up to you. So there now, I have cut that congratulations. And actually, do you know what it is? Well, here's the thing as well, Joe, and I think this is an important thing. If you need to do a load of quick cards, just get some half-fold cards and cut your sentiment in the middle and put a piece of card behind, and off you go.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. So you can do all of the detail if you want to, and of course you don't have to as well. Then what I've done is do several more pieces. So I've done my grey piece, as you've seen earlier, and that would get lined up on there. I've then done my yellow piece using the outside frame as well to get the right size so that it creates my matten layer when I line this up. There we go. So that's all lined up beautifully there. Now, can you see how I've offset it as well? That's just by rotating that frame. When you line this up, you can line it up exactly for the pattern so that you see straight through if you want to. Let me just show you that. There it is. Now that's lined up perfectly on the pattern so you can see straight through and you can't see any grey underneath. Let me put the black there. There you go. So you can see that's lined up perfectly. What I've done with this one is I've just done a half a turn, which means that I get a double layer of pattern. So it looks like a double layer of lace showing through, which looks really pretty. That. So there are so many options with these. You're just going to have so much fun designing and never really run out of ideas. And because we've given you all of these interchangeable pieces in here, you become the designer. It becomes what you want for your card. And then when that card is closed, we all need somewhere to write a sentiment. So I cut out the frame as a cut in without the congratulations. That goes inside of my card now. And with the addition of a little satin bow, when it's all glued together, you've got that beautiful layering up. You can see through with your acetate. Just put a piece of acetate behind there if you would like to, if you don't want to be able to put your finger through. And then I've got the decoration with somewhere to write my sentiment. And you can use that in any of the sentiments that come. For example, look, this is done a mirror card with Enjoy Your Special Day as a topper.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
sorry about
bless
that.
you, my child.
Thank you.
With a little bit of sparkle in there as well. I think you'll agree, Joe. They're pretty special, aren't they? Pretty special.
Very, very gorgeous. I love how striking they are. I love that you got that snippability in there. You know, you can just trim out. I love that one that's got the mirror board just on the sentiment. I think it's a really interesting way of using it. Remember as well what you're getting, the ability to interchange the sentiment but have something that looks completely different. So with the square one, for instance, you're going to get congratulations. You're also going to get enjoy your special day. And you will get in there. The other one is you're invited, which is awesome. With the trellis ones, you've got thinking of you, celebrate, which is used on the other angle as well, which I love. And you've also got thank you as well. So all very, very usable sentiments. The fact that they interchange, the boss is out the window giving us a wave. I'm waving to the boss at the window. She's had she looks brilliant considering she was up all night doing HSN. We saw that as well. Yes, she looks absolutely amazing considering she was up half the night. Should we have a look at the balloons as well? Now you can see these here. These are brilliant. Of course, you've got your A to Z in here, but not just in your stamps. You've got it in your dies as well, which is fantastic. So you're able to use both of them together. I love the pigment ink pads, and I think the pigment ink pads work awesome with these. If you love a bit of heat embossing, yeah, yes. Leann's going, yes, love that idea. Yeah, do you know what I like?
What about the shine of the balloon? Fantastic, Joe.
When you do so I've seen them before where they pigment ink pad them, heat emboss them, then leave it to go, and then put the watermark pad all over the top, and then faux enamel it over the emboss. Oh, just so many delicious ways that you can use these. Don't forget about that deal, £17, which is awesome, just to get the alphabet on its own. And we've got the star of the show, the Star By, which is Leann's Star By, which is your classic markers, which is an incredible deal. You are getting 4 of our 6 packs. You're going to get the earth, the basics, the tones, and the natural in there. You're getting 2 sets of the Nina cardstock, which is the perfect cardstock for you to use with these pens. And you're also going to get the storage in there as well. Should be £62.93. As a platinum member today in the UK, you can pick that up for £35.20. £91.73 you should be looking at in the US. You bought it all separately, £51.20. So your saving here is awesome. Wherever you are in the club, remember, everyone's getting some sort of awesome saving. So do snap those up. Which is awesome. Now, you've got a few more bits there, Leann, that you wanted to share with us from these classics.
Yes, because I think it's nice to see a little bit of variety, what the type of thing you're going to be able to do with that bundle that we've got for sale for you on this craft wallet. That's such a fantastic price. And I've just picked a handful of really lovely little samples which show you the type of beautiful result you're going to be able to achieve with all of those markers and how different each one of these are. Now, there's quite a few greys in that collection. Don't underestimate the grey. It gives you all of your depth and dimension. Go along and watch the masterclass and look at what I do. I teach you how to colour over the top of a grey background to give real depth and dimension. It's fantastic for that. But you see, you can do your skin tone, you can do all of your florals, you can do your cute characters, you can do amazingly vibrant pops of colour like with those. But I mean, they look like they're flying off the page, and that's just the colouring that's doing that. They're not 3D'd on there, they're flat.
Awesome. Are they flat?
They're flat.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see beautiful, that one isn't flat, but you can see beautiful die-cut butterflies as well. Those florals, all flat, no decoupage.
Wow, they look like they've been decoupaged up, don't they?
They do, and that is the 3D, the colour, the depth of dimension, the quality of the ink that you're getting in those markers that allow you to do that. Do your cute little characters as well. You know, if you want to do something quirky, you can. You can do something really elegant. Use your inks and do a splashed background. Colour the item that you're going to put alongside it. All of the colours tie in. It looks absolutely exquisite. More florals there so you can see how lovely they are. And just a couple more examples there for you too. Really usable, Joe, and incredibly versatile. Stunning results every time. And you can do this as soon as you open the pens out of the packet.
They really are awesome. Don't miss out on them whilst they're on this incredible craft fault price. A lot of you talking about the interchangeable. Sarah Brown says she got the interchangeable. She loves using them. Cheryl sent us a Telfie yesterday. It didn't come through, but she's resent it. But we're going to have to. We're a bit short on time, so we'll have to have a look at it. We'll have a look at it in launch party. How about that? Make sure you remind us, Cheryl, because we have got brains like sieves here at Crafters TV. Sue Richmond says, I'm expecting the water reactive ink pads today. Things could get messy. Panda Craft says, simple yet elegant, Leann. And Anne-Marie Dawes says, first of 2 orders from CC today has just been delivered. Second coming during launch party. This one was some of the Caring Thoughts collection. This afternoon, not sure, I think it's Tiffany's storage, but I have a few orders in, say, dispatch. So very much looking forward to that. Remember as well, Soft Side Live coming up with myself and Lizzie Curtis. She is going to be Skyping in with me from Suffolk, Norfolk. I'll have to ask her. I think it's Suffolk. She lives right on the border. So that's going to be fun. We've got some fabrics on that I'm going to struggle to pronounce, so definitely worth joining us for that. Macawa, I think they're called. I'm going to get Leann to give. What was that?
You don't have to enunciate the hour. You can just say Macawa.
Macawa, okay, Macawa, which sounds like a Geordie saying makeover. Oh, she's had a Macawa. Do you not think so?
Yes, it does. I thought of that. That is so funny. I need a Macawa, I know that.
Gosh, don't we all? The 19th of December was when I last had my hair cut, so it's got to be a little while. So we're going to do the Lockdown 3 Grow Out Challenge is what we're doing. Johnny, are you going to shave yours again? Yeah, Johnny's going to be getting it all shaved off again, I think. But yes, make sure you join myself and Leann. Leann, we've got lots today, haven't we? So we've got that launch party and another instalment of Craft Vault. So lots of great demonstrations coming up.
Absolutely crammed packed with amazing stuff. We've got I think the new magazines on the show as well, the fabulous Sarah signature range, and more brilliant bargains when it comes to Craft Vault later on too.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't miss out. What an incredible day we've got coming up. I know that Sarah, of course, is up over on HSN as well. Lots of you be dipping in and out between the shows, so make sure you keep your eyes. It's going to be a very, very busy day for you all. Yes, so myself and Lizzie are up in just exactly an hour's time, and then I'll be back with Leann at 4 p.m, which is 11 a.m. East Coast time, and then we'll be back together as well for my last show of the week. Well, that's not last show of the week because I'm back on Saturday, so technically, you know, for this week, you know what I'm saying.
Your week.
You all speak Joe. You all speak Joe now, so it's fine. Just say bye. Okay, bye, Joe, and thanks to Leann. See you in an hour. See ya.